Hello everyone, Tim again here, and today I have the pleasure of bringing you some more Call of Duty Black Ops 2 gameplay. Now today's gameplay is a great R870 gameplay with the laser sight and long barrel attachments, and my three perks are Hardline, Toughness and Dexterity. Now as you can see, this is a Meltdown ground war domination gameplay, and I go absolutely mental with a shotgun in this game. I think it's about an 800 skull per minute game. I get 3 VSATs, you know, I'm just going completely insane on these guys, and we end up crushing them. So it's a very, very interesting game to watch in the background because, like I said, I go really, really well in this. But today's commentary is going to be talking about camping and negative play because Black Ops 2 has done more than any other previous Call of Duty to encourage objective play. I mean, when you sit back and look at how many points you actually earn, you can earn silly levels of points. You get 200 points for getting that initial B cap, and if you get a capture kill when you're on it, you get an additional 200 points. So sometimes you can capture a flag at the start of the game, get 3 kills when you're doing it, and that's 800 points straight away with no hassle whatsoever. In game modes like Kill Confirmed, you only get like 25 points a kill, I think it is. You get 100 for confirming a tag. So if you're rushing around, you know, getting in people's faces, killing people up close, you get lots more points than if you sit in the corner of the map and just snipe, because if a teammate confirms your kill, you only get 25 points instead of the 100. So Black Ops 2 has given you much more incentive to rush around than ever before, and even if you like to be the team player, you get 50 points for destroying a tack insert or destroying a claymore. You get 75 points for shooting a UAV down. So you can rack up points being a team player, being an objective player, so much better than you ever could before. However, there are some players in Call of Duty who just absolutely refuse point blank to play the objective, and they sit in the backs of the map and they go 10-2 and they think they've played well even though their team has lost by 70 points in the domination game. And I run into these players all the time. You know, 2 or 3 nights ago I was playing a game of Kill Confirmed, and I was up against a guy on the other team, and he went something like 40-2, 40-3. He got 4 tag confirms, and his team lost that kill confirm game by about 30 tags. And he came top of his team, and I bet he thought he'd had a wonderful game. And because he'd been so horribly negative, he'd ended up costing his team the game. And you know, you see this all the time. In fact, I was playing with some guys about 2 or 3 weeks ago now, and I was, you know, telling them that, oh, it doesn't matter about KD. KD is completely irrelevant. It's all about getting that win. And they were saying, well, I don't believe that. You know, I'd much rather get a good KD. And you know, I've been trying to think about what it's going to take to make people actually play the objective, because in this Call of Duty, like I've been mentioning, you get points out of your ears for playing the objective, yet people still refuse to do it. So I'm not sure if it's a case of making it even more ridiculously good to play the objective, or making it much, much worse to sit in a corner and camp. And I've had a little bit of a think about it, and I've come up with some ideas. Now, the first idea is one that's already implemented in Battlefield. Now, obviously, Battlefield's a very, very good game. I'm not here to cause a Call of Duty versus Battlefield fan war, not at any stretch of the imagination, but one of the things I think Battlefield has done really, really well is focus and reward players who play the objective. Because, for example, if you're a sniper in Battlefield and you just start camping at the back of the map and you're not contributing to your team or whatever, the sun starts to glint off your sniper scope, and it makes it blatantly obvious where you are. So you're sitting in the back of the map, you're camping, and all of a sudden the sun starts glinting off your equipment, and a massive shiny light comes above you and basically telegraphs to the enemy team exactly where you are. And I think this would be an absolutely fantastic thing to introduce in Call of Duty, because the amount of times you see people, when they come into a domination game and it's right in the balance, they just go and set up in their camp spot somewhere and get, you know, go 5-1, and you think, why? What is the point? And there's actually an unbelievable example of this. I was playing in a game with some guys a couple of days back, and it was going right up to the wire. There were about 20 or 30 seconds left, and it was about 5 points in it in domination. So if they'd have got that B cap there, they could have bought it back and could have got the victory. The final kill cam, which was for our team, was one of my teammates killing a guy who'd ran round the side of the map and put a tack insert in our spawn. So instead of trying to get on B and help his team win the game, this guy went out of his way to go somewhere random and put a tack insert down, even though there was so little time left in the game. The chances are he wasn't going to get any chance to benefit from it. So hopefully by introducing the glinting mechanic that's already in Battlefield, it begins to counter players like that. Players who just set up in a little camp spot somewhere with a tac insert or with a claymore or whatever. It makes them immediately visible, and you can go out there, quickly kill them, and get on with trying to capture a flag, which is what you should be doing. But I think we should expand that mechanic further. If you're just sitting in the random corner of the map, the sun should start to get into your eyes, so your screen blurs, you can't really see what's going on. So if you are just sitting on a head glitch all game, then the sun will start to blind you and you won't be able to get a clear shot, and that gives the guy who's running through on the way to B or whatever, it gives him an opportunity to beat you in a one-on-one gunfight. As the vast majority of the time, when you turn the corner and you bump into someone who's just head glitching his backside off, you're dead. It doesn't matter how bad they are or how good you are. If they're just sitting there in some random corner of the map and you're not expecting them, you're gonna die. So hopefully the glinting mechanic and the the sun in your eyes mechanic would help fix that a little bit, because it would make the head glitches much easier to spot first and foremost, because sometimes you've only got the very, very tip of their heads where you can't really see them, and especially when you're charging through, you're not really looking. So if that little glint mechanic is brought into Call of Duty, I think that would really help. And by introducing this mechanic which blinds people who just sit in the corner all day, it would encourage them to move as well. But I think there's one other thing we could begin to introduce in, and that's linked to a bit more of a post-game, because both of those things are in match mechanics, trying to stop people camping during the game. After the game, I think there's one thing that we could bring in, and it's tied in with the match bonus. Now, as most of you guys know, the match bonus at the moment is linked pretty much only to how many points you get. So if you have a great game, you get lots of points, you get a big match bonus. If you have a poor game, you don't get any points, you get a small one. What I would like to see is a match bonus that's linked in to whether you win or lose a game, or whether you've been on a winning or losing streak, because you could go 50-3 and get a reasonable amount of points in the domination game, even though you've sat in the back of the map, you've got no caps, no defends, and you've just waited and camped until you've got your lodestar, and your lodestar went a bit mental. And you haven't had a good game because your team has got absolutely stomped, partially because of how you've played. So what I would look to do instead is bring in a match bonus which is based on how far or how long you've been on a win streak. So if you haven't won your last game, it's just a basic 1 multiplier. So if you get 3,000 points, your match bonus, that's how much you get. Every time you win a game, up to say a maximum of 10 games or whatever, you get a match bonus increase. So, for example, if you've won 10 games in a row, you get a 1.5 multiplier on your match bonus instead of just the flat 1. So, hopefully what that would do is encourage people who go out and play for the victory, because if you start to rack up those wins in a row, you begin to get more and more points in your match bonus to reward you for doing that, because at the moment, there isn't really a reward for winning a game. There's rewards in the game for capturing objectives or shooting stuff down or getting kills, but once you've the game's over, if you've got that W, the only thing that changes is your win-loss, and that's just a stat that goes up. And to be honest, that isn't going to change a lot of people's views or opinions. If you were beginning to get more and more and more points for winning games, perhaps that would encourage people to play differently as well, because the simple in-game things haven't worked at the moment, because like I've been saying, Black Ops 2 does more than any other past Call of Duty to encourage people to play objectives, and people still don't do it. So hopefully by introducing the new glinting and blindness mechanic, and by giving you a match bonus reward for actually winning games in a row instead of just getting a good amount of points, that would hopefully tip the balance again more in favour than objectives, because I absolutely love Black Ops 2. It's my favourite Call of Duty since COD 4, and COD 4 everyone looks back with rose-tinted glasses, so it's a bit debatable how good that COD really was. But I play Black Ops 2, and the only things that really cause me problems are the players in it, because the weapons are fairly nicely balanced. I like most of the maps. The only thing that really causes me annoyance is the play style of some players you're up against. The people who just sit in the corner all day and do nothing useful. So hopefully these couple of changes would help change that and help put the onus again on the objective and making players go out of their way to capture that flag and to win a game. So guys, I really hope you've enjoyed the gameplay. It's a really nice game in the background as well that hopefully you've enjoyed watching. I go absolutely mental with a shotgun and get a really high point score, which is a very, very nice game to watch. But I'd be really interested in what you guys have to think, whether you think my ideas are decent or whether you suggest anything else to add on top, because the only thing that consistently frustrates me about Call of Duty is the play style of a very very, very select minority who go out of their way to basically ruin the game for the people who want to go out there and capture flags and do something decent. So guys, once again, thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.